Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. We did it. We bought that Bitcoin at 19,000 in front of the world. I told everybody that I was committed. I kept buying BTC, 21,000, 28,000, 31,000. Any human being that has followed me, that has watched me, that has stuck by me, has made a boatload of money. Our actions speak louder than our words. There's nothing we have to say. We are the Crypto Lifers. We did it. We nailed it. We are continuing to push forward every single day. And if you were in my trading group this morning, I was able to give you the skinny on how to get into Bitcoin before it made the massive pump to the upside. I found the trade. I nailed it. I took the scalp. We hit it. Congratulations that anyone was with me. I didn't work out this morning. I usually do. Why? Because I was sitting here trading my butt off, watching price action just absolutely rip to the upside. It's been absolutely insane. God bless everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, the greatest show on earth, baby. We did it, baby. We never shorted the market. We never called short when the market was pumping. I kept showing you how to watch the targets. I kept showing you how to use the 200 SMA. We nailed it. We nailed it. We nailed it. And we're probably going to nail it again today. I've been all over scalping Bitcoin in the 5-second chart this morning. First chart was right this flag to the upside, and we eventually made a massive move. Who here made massive gains in the trading group with the Lifer, baby? And again, don't chase. If you chased, you did lose. There's many people that lost a boatload of money today. When the market rips, there's people that lose a lot of money. Remember, they're the ones that are getting, when the market keeps ripping up, it's ripping those shorts. When the market's ripping down, and when it's going up and down, it's taking people out both sides of the alleyway, man, just banging on them to the upside. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Link in the description of BOOKMAP. Global Plus. You won't get it any less expensive than the link that I provide. And you can see, yes, there's some people hoping for this $36,000, $38,000 Bitcoin 40K, but I think that's just kind of a Hail Mary. We saw that back at 32.5, 33.5. They never got their orders filled. It never happened. It never happened. Bang, bang, bang. Is everything right? Is the audio right? Is the video right? Is everything looking proper? Went out to my favorite restaurant last night to celebrate what I knew today was going to be amazing. ETF night with my family. We had Bitcoin ETF night. I met the owner of the restaurant, who I've seen many, many times, but he finally sat with me and talked with me for a while. He gave me the best seat in the restaurant. He really did. Gave me the best seat in the restaurant and had everything ready to go, baby. Ready to go. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. And so if you were in the trading group with me, I was able to pick up kind of where Bitcoin was going to go this morning, and we were able to nail it for gains. So, hey, it is what it is. Shout out to everyone here. Did you make gains? How are you doing? What am I going to do today for you? You know what I'm going to do today for you? I'm going to teach you things you didn't know before. You're going to learn something about the charts, about the markets, and you're going to be able to use that to your advantage to make gains. All right? And look, we weren't looking at the futures. I was looking at spot. That's why it was so kind of chill. Craziness. I think I did that the other day too, accidentally. $47,860. Same thing though. We got the law liquidity here. We got a little bit down at 47,000. We're going to break down Bitcoin for you to see if there's a short in order, if there's a long in order, and what's happening. We also had CPI data that came out this morning at 8:30. All right, CPI data. We talked about it. I break it down for my entire trading group. All items rose 3.4% for the 12 months. It was estimated 3.1. Not a good look. Okay, where do you get this information? At the BLS.gov, CPI data, consumer price index, and you can talk about all the different things that went up. Energy rose 0.4% in December after decreasing 2.3% in November. The gasoline increased 0.2% in December, following a 6% decrease the previous month. Before seasonal adjustment, gasoline prices fell 5.8% in December. The index for electricity increased 1.3%. In contrast, natural gas fell 0.4% over the month. All items less food and energy. So index for all items less food and energy rose 0.3% in December, as it did in November. The shelter index increased 0.5% in December. Real estate is going up. It costs more. Bang. Jimmy, I hope everything's okay with the car accident. I just saw it. God bless you and your family, Jimmy. It's one thing after another. I hope you guys are all right, man. God bless you guys. So it was higher than the estimated idea. That's the one thing that you want to pay attention to. It was higher than estimated. Higher than estimated is a bearish sign, usually for the markets. However, I'm going to tell you something. BlackRock moving into Bitcoin, all the financial institutions, it's showing that the dollar isn't the thing you want to be in. You don't want to be hanging out in the dollar, okay? And we're going to break all this down. I was just ripping through the 5-second chart, just going all over the place. That was the initial trade there, too, at 47,000. We would rip all the way to 48,980, almost to 49K. It looked like 50K was a coming for Bitcoin. And it's crazy. That's how my day started, just kind of looking at the charts. And next thing you know, we got a massive move to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious assets with me. And that is your time. Right now, I'm going to move out of this for a second. And we're going to end up back here probably at the 1-minute chart. But we're going to start back here at maybe even the 2-week. 2-week chart is one of my favorite charts to trade. And it's what I use to get into Bitcoin. If you follow me, I bought Bitcoin at 19,000 in front of the whole world. I also was buying at 16, 15, 17, 18, 21. And if you watch me just continuously pile my net worth into Bitcoin, then you know Bitcoin continues to move to the upside. I now have a pretty nice stockpile, and you know, it is what it is, but again, why I need a gated community. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Wow. A lot of people. I see you and you and you and you and you and you. Soon, you're going to have an avatar. We're all going to be in like a 3-dimensional space, and we're going to be like we're in a classroom, right? That's what I want the live stream to be. And I'm going to be walking around talking, and you're going to be able to see me. My avatar is going to be, I can go up to your desk and put my finger on your desk and look right at your face, and you'll look right at me. It'll be like I'm looking at you. That's 2-3 years away from now. My live stream will be interactive. I'm working on getting, you know, a 3-dimensional virtual reality live stream, and I'm going to make a coin about it. I shouldn't say it anyway, but the whole thing is that's the idea, right? I want this. I dream of teaching, and I dream of teaching to as many people as I can around the world. I can't teach physically, right? Even if I fill the stadium, I want to be able to teach more than that. And if I can become virtual and make myself virtual through virtual space and time, and that's the key. We're going to become the greatest educator. I will become known as the greatest educator on earth. That will be my destiny. That'll be my legacy. You can help me do it every single day. You are helping me do it. God bless each and every one of you for being here. So look, resistance for Bitcoin. But these are dreams, huh? These are big dreams. Why not have big dreams? Your dreams should scare you. They should be so huge that everybody laughs at you. If the normal person is not laughing at you, your dreams aren't big enough, baby. If they're not laughing at you, your dreams just aren't big enough. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's stay hydrated. Let's stay off the alcohol. Let's stay off the sugar. Let's stay off the high fructose. No Diet Coke. You ever see people drinking Diet Coke? Especially people that have like problems. It's usually someone with like diabetes and they're drinking Diet Coke. It's insane. Like that aspartame is going to be really good for your diabetes. Let's get real. You know what I mean? Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's decalcify the pineal. Let's get ourselves on another level. This is about changing the way you think. Once you change the way you think, your bank account explodes. You change everything about your life. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's talk about this. Let's break it down. I'm going to look at Bitcoin in and out. We're going to find a trade here. First order of business, though, is to connect and to talk. Shout out to the 1,000 people here on the live, 272 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's learn something. So look, 2-week resistance right there, right? Where this 2 candles closed. And then right above it, we have another one there at about 48,049K. So you can see we just hit 2-week resistance where these 2 candles closed. It's exactly where we just tapped. Wow, we went all the way, baby. We were about to go to 50K. And you know what? We may even go to $50,000. It all depends on some hidden bullish. I will pull down the perpetual for you right here. I'm just looking at the perpetual chart on MEXC. And this is a bit of a falling wedge touching the 200 SMA, all right? The RSI is swinging down. Well, price action is, kind of flat. There's a little bit of hidden bullish there, okay? If I pull a Fibonacci just small times. It doesn't. Oh, yeah, maybe I just go here and grab the fib. $786 almost for the bounce. It's interesting. And that would get us to 50,000, and we would have a 50K watch party till we get to 50K on the live stream. That's the question that everybody wants to know. And that's the question I'm going to be asking you today. If you want to join the trading group and get the gains that we made this morning, understand how to trade Bitcoin like we did. Look, this is the trade I put out this morning right here. I saw this happening. There it is with the stop. Price came down, never hit the stop. We blasted to the upside for massive gains. It was awesome. It was amazing. All right. Portfolio's ripping up $21,000 on the day on today's P&L. This is how you change your life. Make more money than a doctor. Make more money than a lawyer. We laugh at doctor money. We laugh at lawyer money. No, I'm trying. That's rude, right? But it's trader life, man. We're on another level, okay? And if you hit a bull run, oh my God. You know what I mean? People that go to Yale will work for you. You'll be hiring the Yale boys and the Harvard boys. You'll be like, oh, how's that degree? I went to State College. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be rude. All great colleges. I'm just saying cryptocurrency can level the playing field. These rich people with their rich families, they got right into these Ivy League schools, and you can just hop right over them in a second, understanding how to trade cryptocurrency. It's insane. You know what I mean? I've got myself into places you've never thought possible trading crypto. Like, you know what I mean? My whole life has changed because of cryptocurrency. I want you to understand that you can too. Forget me. I could disappear tomorrow. You know what I mean? I could die tomorrow. Anything can happen. God forbid. I hope I never do. Hope I'm around for a long time. I want to live to 100. I don't want to be a centurion. Anyway, let's go, baby. Weekly chart comes to resistance too on that, that 2 week. You can see, and we got above this weekly resistance, which is nice. So all I want to really see is the weekly close about 46,400. I'm not greedy. I like to look for key levels and just make sure each time we hit a level we get above it. So I want to see the weekly candle, which closes in 3 days and 9 hours, right? And I just want to see it close above this resistance here on the weekly. Beautiful move for Bitcoin on the weekly. Beautiful pump to the upside. Amazing time to be alive. We have a halving coming. We have an ETF. I mean, and you don't think it's funny that they poised the ETF near the halving. I mean, these people are not stupid. You know what I mean? Everything is premeditated. Everything is thought out. Everything is done in a way that helps them make the most amount of money. All right, at the end of the day. 5-day chart was in a beautiful flag. Looked like it was going to continue to the upside. We liked that the 3-day was touching the 21-day moving average. That was bullish. We still do see some bearish divergence here. It's not 100%, oh my God, great, but things are going pretty well. And the stochastics on the low side are pushing to the upside. Getting above the medium line on the RSI also produces a bit of a pumpage to the upside. So the 5-day chart's been my go-to. You can see right here we hit 5-day resistance. We busted through this one, and now we're just waiting for this one right here. Look, right where we're at. Our next resistance in the 5-day is 49,224. Then a little bit of chop there at 51,000, and then it's like 50K to 60K. It's like once you get to 50K, you're at 60K. There's no resistance once you break through 51,000. So 52K is 60K. And I used to say this all the time, but like 52K is 60K. And I take the whole length of this pole to get the measured move, right? And that's a big measured move there. That's like 64K. $64,000 Bitcoin. 5-day chart had the 21 crossing. I went over this in front of everybody. And I showed you all the different times that many charts around the world and many different assets broke the 21 crossing the 200 on the 5-day chart. I talked about this so many times, okay? I just harped on it. I really did. And I kept saying, listen, this is telling us that a big move is likely coming for Bitcoin. You know? And I said, I'm not trying to tell you what's going to happen because I don't like to be the, hey, this is it. I like to say, I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and look at the charts, and the charts will tell us. So I said, I'm on the 5-day, the 21's crossing the 200. I said, let me go to 20 different charts around the world and amass some data and see if there's something about this. And every single time I saw the 5-day 21 crossing the 200, there was a pump. And we never went lower than the low below the 200, like than these lows or these lows. So this is telling us that a massive move is coming for Bitcoin. And it did. I mean, we already started to get the breakout and the move to the upside. We do have a resistance, you can see, at about 49,785, 49,000, we'll call it, that's 482. So 49,482. It's hard on the 5-day charts. You got to like zoom in a lot just to see exactly what level we're looking at. But I do it where these two candles close right there, and we kind of came in. It's like a range area, but it's about 49,000. We'll call it 49,650, 49. I call it 49.5, right? So 49,500. We flip that. We get to 51, 51.5, and then there's really just, there's nothing, babe. There's nothing. We go all the way to the upside, kids. My friends, you know what I mean? Bitcoin kitties. I just can't believe it. Like, I think this is insane. You know what I mean? I'm just so excited to be here with each and every one of you at a time like this. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Let's go, baby. 1,343 people on the live, 368 likes. We should have more people than we had on the live yesterday. We had like 1,700 people on the live. It was out of absolutely control. My name is Sam Price. I started trading when I was 25 years old. I'm 40 years old now. I've got 15 years of going in and out of the markets. I pressed the buy zone thousands of times in my life. I've speculated, invested, I've swung trade, I've scalp trade, I've leveraged trade. I've done almost every single thing there is to do. I'm always buying something or adding something or showing you what I'm getting into. We find a new coin almost every single day on the show. The show does not take a day off. We've done Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, you name it. We bookended 2022 and 2023. We started 2021 in February. We have not taken a day off on this show since February of 2021. True story. No matter where I traveled, no matter what I've done, I've actually packed the show. We go on the road with it. I have a beautiful remote setup that I've fine-tuned and made really nice no matter where I go. And the show goes on no matter what. So thank you for helping me continue to carry the show on every single day. Blessings on blessings. Back to Bitcoin. Apologize for the segment there. The shill segment on my life. But it's been a great life, and I wanted to bring you on in. And if you're just new, I wanted to let you know, like, why would you listen to me? I've been trading for a long time. You'd hope God would instill some information in me. And yes, I just said God. I'm not afraid to use the word God on my live stream. When I first did it, I was like, I do it every single day. I love God. I talk about God. God saved my life. I dedicated my life to God. I've submitted to God. I know there's a higher power out there that knows me, that understands me, and I've submitted to that power. And I realize when I work with God that my life goes a lot better than when I fight and I go against the moves. So I blend with God. I use God's movement. And with God, I get pretty fast where I want to go. I mean, things just, he taught me patience for a long time. But once I got it and I got my frequency tuned, things really started to pick up for me. And my life really began to change. So I can't tell you, you could say, oh, kind of coincidence. Some people think I'm insane and it's all a coincidence. And I'm just in this God thing in my head. But, you know, I pray every night. I'm thankful every single day. And every morning I wake up, there's something else to be thankful for that I can't believe. That blows my mind away from the thing that I was thankful for the day before. It is. And so you tell me it's working for me. So whatever. I mean, I'm going to keep working it because it's working for me and I'm showing you. So I try to just be transparent about everything I do, how I trade, how I live, I work out. You're not going to see me in the shower, but you know. Hey, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We do impressions here. Hey, Lois. My name's Peter Griffin. Yeah. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up your butt. Sorry, every time, like. So here, Sam, I told you to stop doing it. You're not a good Marky Wahlberg. Everybody knows it's not Marky. Everyone knows it's not me. It's not good. You never did it better. I was Marky Wahlberg. I did it better than you. I'm a shooter. I'm a fighter. I've done it all. Babe, I can take care of it, all right? I was a firefighter in 2001 in that movie. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So look, the 3-day chart does have some bearish divergence. I just keep pointing this out, all right? Very rare that this type of bearish divergence doesn't play out. However, when Bitcoin's dumping really hard and we get bullish div, all we do is we come up a little bit to resistance and then we lose it. And I've learned that divergence is only as strong as the support and resistance in which you're making on the way up or down. That's it. And so resistance came down, bounced. I mean, that's a SR flip right there on the 3-day chart. The second we flip 44.2, that's bullish. You know what I mean? So boom, you flip that. So as long as we stay above 44,200, I remain extremely bullish. If we lose that, then I would be looking for some other signs, and then we'd begin to build another story. But right now, the story is that we've made SR flip a severely bullish area on the 3-day chart, and it's unlikely that we go below that now. And look how many 3-day candles held up. And remember, I told you this because my trading style is based on the fact that every single time frame has to come back to the 21-day moving average. I teach this. Slap the 21-day moving average on your chart and learn how to use it. It'll change your life. If price action's really far from the 21 and you're entering trades, you are entering at very high overvalued areas. If price action is near or below the 21, you're entering at good or undervalued areas. This is a simple concept to figure out. You can backtest it all you want. Bitcoin was here away from the 21. It was in an overvalued area. Bitcoin went back below the 21 and snapped here. It was in an undervalued area. When Bitcoin pumped and it got up here, it was away from the 21. It was in an overvalued area. It had to come back down below the 21, get to here where it became in an undervalued area. So far here, when it came, you can trade the Bitcoin on the 5-second chart this way. Look, I could go to the 1 minute. When Bitcoin got away from the 21, it got overvalued. Now that it's here lower, it's getting into a more of an undervalued area, okay? Same thing throughout the entire day. When Bitcoin got up here and pumped hard, it'll get away from the 21. When it gets below, that's the buy zone. Not using the 21, not understanding how to use the 21, I think is just, you're missing out. You're missing out. I mean, there's 100 ways to trade. I'm not going to say mine's the greatest things in sliced bread. It depends on your mind and what you put in it, and anyone can do different things. But understanding how this 21-day moving average works and how we must come back to it in order to remain bullish is so important. So like we play this, and I said this, so I said we're going to have to go sideways and come back to that 21. Come close to it, come near to it, or we're just not going to continue to pump. How did I know that? I've backtested it to the point where I've trusted it to the... See, if you backtest it on one asset, then you only know it like, okay. But I backtested it on... And I learned that it doesn't matter what asset. And I've learned that these conditions play out on every single chart throughout the world, no matter what you're trading. And how I like to show people this is I show Tesla, because everyone's like, yeah, Tesla, I get Tesla. And like, no way Tesla trades like Bitcoin, right? And you'll be like, okay. Because some people think I'm just showing you how to leverage, how to trade Bitcoin, how to trade crypto. But look, away from the 21, you came back to it. Away from the 21, you come back to it. And the gaps get bigger as the time frames get larger, But every time you get away from the 21, and what will happen is the 21 will also pull away from the 200 SMA, and you'll get these gaps between moving averages. That's how the MACD was made. Moving average convergence, divergence. Con in Spanish means with. So when the moving averages are together, it's converging. They're together tight. When they're diverging, they're pulling apart. The MACD is showing you a buy signal right here when it's turning, when the moving averages are tight. It's showing you a sell signal up here in the overbought region when the moving averages are far apart. I'm a simple guy. I get into trades when the MACD turns looks good and the moving averages are tight. I get out of trades when the MACD gets high and the moving averages are far apart. When the price action gets away from the 21, boom. I teach this the last Saturday of every single month. If you want to get the education you deserve, if you want to be able to trade any single chart from Forex to gold to Bitcoin, take the class. I'm telling you right now, there's a little flyer there at the right of my chart, and there's a QR code. Jump on in today. I'm telling you right now, this class will blow your mind. It's $150. You will remember it for the rest of your life. I'm going to teach you about the ins and outs of Bitcoin if you don't understand hash rate. We're going to go over Bitcoin for about a half an hour at the beginning of the class where I explain the hash rate, the halving, understand where we are, when the halving's coming. It's a really good example. Really, it's a crash course in Bitcoin mining, really. Just kind of let you understand what's happening. How does the network work? What is mining? What is a mining pool? Like, a lot of questions will be answered. You'll know so much more about Bitcoin at the end of that class. It'll blow your mind, all right? Anyway, back to chart. So, bang. So we, again, away from the 21, we came back to it. That was just a teaching moment that I felt like it was worth expanding on because I wanted to show you what was happening. So we came back to the 21 here. We got the move. We got the bearish divert. We got a bearish div, though. I do have to keep pointing that out. I don't like to, gloss over things that are technically right there in front of your face and then act like I didn't see them. To me, that's questionable. And I don't want to do that, because you'll see it and you're like, he didn't even mention the bearish div there. He just wanted to stay bullish the whole time. And I'm here to teach. That's a teaching moment. Every single thing that we go over is a teaching moment. All right. So let's move on now to the daily chart. Shout out to the 1,500 people on the live, 500 likes. So 500 of you are really liking this. Thank you so much. I'm super grateful for that. I'm so, for all the people that hit the like button, I'm super grateful. Thank you so much. Man, that's my attitude is gratitude. Thank you. So the daily pumps all the way up here to 49,384. Hello? Dude, the microphone wire just came out. Never happened in my life. Must have grabbed it with my thumb while I was talking. All right, so let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Sorry about that. But thank you so much. I really appreciate the likes. That's very nice of you. I'm very appreciative of any single one of you that does a like, sends a comment, and just, jumps into the chat. Oh, one thing about the chat that I have to jump on in that I want to talk about. And remember, if you want to join my trading group, links are right here. If you want to join MEXC and see where we trade and get the skinny on the ins and outs, hit the link right here. I Trust Capital, and also join my newsletter. It'll blow your mind, okay? My newsletter will blow your mind. But one thing I wanted to do is put out a poll here. All right, do we hit 50K today? Do we hit 50K Bitcoin, let's say by Sunday? Let's give us a little wiggle, or no, by Friday. Yeah. Because today's Thursday. Oh, no. Yeah, Sunday. Just want to see, what day is it again today? Every day is, for us traders, every day is a day, right? It's like, it doesn't matter what day it is. It's like the same day, every day, over and over again, So do we hit 50K Bitcoin by Sunday is the question. Yes or no? Simple answers. Do we hit 50K by Sunday? Let me know. Do we hit 50K Bitcoin by Sunday? Or does Bitcoin hit 50K? But you get it. I like to do it that funny way. Shout out to the Super Chats. You're a blessing, Sam. Help me find God and change my life with education. Amen, brother. I'm so happy that you did both. Hi, Sam. Please do an analysis on Fetch AI. Thank you so much. Some Dana Schwartz. I love Fetch. Thank you for bringing that up. And shout out to the fan funding. We have Dello MYRO. Hey, Sam. Have a green day. Greetings from PAWSWAP. You rock. Arthur Morgan. You're a blessing, Sam. God bless you. Dana Schwartz. We'll look at Fetch AI. D. Peer. Got a feeling the stream will halt all-time highs today. Shout out to Master Friend of the trading group for helping with my technical analysis. God bless Master Friend. Bitcoin Adam and Eve on the monthly. Look at that. Stunning crypto XRP chart, and celebrate their third super chat on a live stream. Yes. We're taking YouTube to new heights. This will be the greatest live stream you've ever been a part of in your entire life. The energy is at its apogee. The frequency, the vibration. We're bringing you to a new high. We're positive. The energy is just going to keep you up. Why is it that high? Because I'm loving my life. I'm doing what I want to do with it. And I'm living a dream. And I want you to live a dream too, and it's only fair that you should. You should be able to go after what you dream and desire, as long as it's helping, bringing love, and you're not hurting anybody. You should be able to go after your dreams. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everyone that wants to help others, push forward, and do great things with their life. We love you. We appreciate you. Let's take a look. The 22-hour, which is a go-to time frame for me, started to make a bit of a turn, still looking somewhat bullish as well. And you can see it was in a symmetrical triangle that just broke to the upside. We are getting some sell-off pressure here on that wick, and you call it sell pressure, call it, the algorithmic movements of space and time, however you want to look at it. If you're ICT, I get it. Just there's 100 ways to describe just what you're seeing. At the end of the day, an algorithm did sell down. So whether it was a human being or a freaking computer, to me, it was sell pressure, right? So look, this comes down, but that's not a great doji. That's a bearish doji. and looks like it may even continue bearish right now. So Bitcoin kind of struggling right now. 47,250. We had a pump all the way up to 48,009. We almost hit 49K earlier this morning. It was an amazing pump. Shout out to anyone that took it. We took it for gains. Pay yourself. People that are always dreaming for the bigger move, pay yourself, pay yourself, pay yourself. Whenever I dream for the bigger move when I'm trading futures, I usually get lost. Whenever I take what I make and just keep going in and out on smaller time frames, I have an amazing day of trading. So, and that's me. Maybe you're the same, maybe you're not. I don't know, but you tell me. Okay. 8-hour time frame also breaking to the upside here, hitting 49,046, and the 8-hour time frame still looks good to me. Okay, despite us getting a pretty big sell-off right now, all the way to 4. It looks like we may even break 47,000. The 4-hour candle, which was hugely bullish and absolutely amazing. And remember, this could be a bull trap. There is that bearish divergence on the daily. I keep pointing it out. And even on the 3-day chart, there's bearish div here. Usually you do get a pullback. So again, and the money that flows in from these ETFs, it's going to take a couple months. Everyone that thinks today's the day, it kind of gets retail like, you know, oh, we're just going to moon tomorrow. Like, if the stochastics were turning to the downside and it was the 22 and everyone said we were going to moon, I wouldn't buy it, right? I trade the charts. The charts tell us what's likely going to happen. And look, there we do break 47,000. Let's go now down to the 1-hour candle, and now we have a bearish engulfing. We've lost everything that we've made from that huge pump an hour ago, which is insanity. The volatility is crazy. And again, remember, we had bad CPI data, so we had good ETF data, which had the market running, but then we had negative CPI data. And maybe it just took that long to get it to be priced in. So the beginner retail just kept piling in, but then slowly, right, the CPI people started selling off. And so then you got the conversion. We hit 49,000. You know, you thought they could have brought it up to 50K. And we've gotten short squeeze on either sides of the board. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP real quick to see what's happening. And I already made my trades this morning. If you were in the trading group, we already made our gains. Like, I felt like the market was getting almost a little too volatile at one point. I will look into the smaller time frames, and if I see something. So look, we came down. There's still liquidity down all the way at 46,460. But it seems like we've leveled off somewhat. And there's still good liquidity up at 48,000 to 47,800 too as well. The most liquidity is above us, suggesting that we may still go up. So now look, the 1-hour stochastics RSI, they're my favorite go-to time frame. I'm not saying they're 1,000% right, but to me, they're about 90% accurate. When I wake up in the morning and I look at my phone and the first thing I see is like this, I usually know that we're going to have at least 6 to 8 hours of a red or a sideways red, you know, as long as these reset. When I wake up in the morning and I see a flag and these are curving, I usually have a good feeling. I'm like, it's going to be and that's the first thing I see. I open my phone in the morning, right? I grab it and I just take a look. Trading group was on fire last night. I joined 2 days ago. You're a machine that never stops. I feel like I'm in the right place, and I appreciate you. Mark Preston, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the fifth super chat on the live stream. God bless you, Mark. That's one of the nicest things anyone could have said to me. It's those type of responses that keeps me coming back every day. All right? It's those types of responses that keeps me moving. And shout out to anyone that's made gains with me in my trading group. We've been absolutely doing amazing. And again, all these people are like, look at my trading. We show and do it every single time. All right? Remember, I was bullish on Hex too. Who said I wasn't bullish on? Remember when I did my analysis on Hex recently and I said, you know, bullish on Hex. It looked like it was going to make a move to the upside. MYRO. I gave MYRO last night, and I was in for $7,000, but I was just over, you know, and I thought if something went wrong, I would have lost a couple thousand. And yeah, if we pumped, I was going to make, you know, I would have made 20%. I was going to make about, a little under a G or something. Whatever that was, you know. So, no, a fifth of, I was going to make like 1,200. But so what, you know. And I sold, but again, I gave the trade, but I got out. I jumped out. So that's the thing. Don't do what I do. I might be over leveraged. I might have a different situation. I might be trying to swing into something differently. What I have been doing too, everyone, is I've been giving them my buys and everything that I'm buying or selling. Like Like, I have three swing trades open right now that are heavy duty, but I'm not going to tell you them on the live stream. But if you're in the trading group, you'd probably know what they were, right? So we got a lot going on. Good morning, Life. We're having a good day, brother. Let's go. We love you, brother. Shout out to Alex and Rudy in Las Vegas, baby. The city that never sleeps, man. Gratitude is the attitude. KLS, Carlson on MEXC soon. So Carlson will be coming to MEXC, all right? So we're having a battle at 47,000 for Bitcoin, right? Electronium Classic, DOT, GRT, ADA, AVAX, Kusama, Bitcoin Cash, and 1 inch. All right. So here, the stochastics say we go lower, right? Whenever they curve like this and we're pointing down, it usually means we're going to go lower. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go lower, all right? There's also a bearish divergence here. That's swinging up. I mean, you got bearish div from the 1 hour all the way to the daily. That usually tells me that you're going to get some type of pullback, all right? Let's get rid of the moving averages for a second here. Get rid of this and take a look at what's happening. I woke up this morning. I was able to see opportunity. There's a chance I can see some opportunity right now. If I keep my mind open, keep myself limber, and keep my mind ready to receive the information, there's a chance I can make it happen. So we broke out, came back and retested, broke out again. Bigger time frames like the 3-day suggest that we continue to pump. We have a lot of euphoria right now. It's ETF craze, right? We have people going nuts. Yet out of nowhere, we also have some bearish CPI data. It's pretty much it's a mind F, right? I mean, it's a mind mess. It's a mind mixer, mind scrambler, right? It can get you kind of thinking like, what is going on, right? So look, we kind of have a rising wedge in a way, right? I kind of bring this back, though, because I don't like to untether the best channels. So that's what I see happening. The rising wedge, we broke in, we broke out. We retested this key level. And then today I saw this as in its own kind of like, right? Bear with me. We're going to make sense of all this, and it's going to come together in a hot second. Just give me a second. What looks like insanity eventually makes sense. And I do like the ascending triangle that broke out, came back in. I keep this structure. This makes the most sense to me. Bear trap, came back in, broke out, retested, boom, all right? Then if you remember me, I found this falling wedge yesterday, and we traded this. I looked at this as a retest, and we got in right there, and we traded the retest for good gains, all right? Now, the 4 hour is overbought. Indecision could go either way. Previous resistance became support, so always remember your SR. You did an SR flip. You have supported 45,000, we'll call it 8. Yeah, 45,800, and these two candles closed above, really 46K. So you have some support at 46K. That's a no, you know. But you got a heavy sell-off with the wick down right now. Like, that's what we're dealing with immediately. We go to our 15-minute. There was your sell-off again. 1 hour. So now they're just liquidating the longs. And it looks like they're going to take us down to this $46,000 red bar here. At least, you know. So watch out for your longs. Liquidation's coming. Bearish on that CPI data. All right. And I mean, you got a little bearish div slightly here too, because I mean that's a sharp uptrend, while you got a downtrend right there on the 7-minute. That's something that we got to heed, right? So you got a bearish div right there on the 7-minute, but you're oversold. We're almost there. I'm still working it. Meanwhile, a massive short has ensued at the resistance, $48,000. All right. Wow, all the way back. And see, this is the volatility. 48.8 all the way to 46.6. And honestly, it's been great to trade. We've had a lot, you know. When the market's flat, everyone wants movement. Then it moves and everyone complains that it's too volatile. I don't do that. I like volatility. You know what I mean? Being in a trading group, I just need the market to move. All right. So I'd be going to smaller time frames. So what happened was too, we ended up hitting the target. So I put this trade out, this little flag, which was nuts. We hit the target, resistance, and now it's like it's a pretty nasty little sell-off here. So there it is right there. It's a head and shoulder pattern that broke down. I missed it, you know what I mean? But I do my macro, so there's a chance I could have seen that on the 30-second chart, but you would have been on the 30-second. So that's where we stand. All right. And so you can see that the measured move could take you to 46K, and then we got all that liquidity at 46,000. So now I'm stuck on like the 1 or the 5, preferably the 1 minute. And I'm attempting to make sense because we're kind of floating in limbo here. So I'm going to the daily just to look left. And I want to see if there's any significant areas. Yeah, so the most significant is 4442. Resistance at 46,000. So if you lose 46,000, you could drop back down to 44.5, right? That's just something to think about. But staying above 46K is key. And you can see that. And we have a little bit of daily resistance at 47.5 right there. So you're between 46,000 and 47.5. So that's the range that we're in at the present moment in time. Daily's getting overbought on the stochastics RSI. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 days. And the easy way to do that too, you can hit shift, hit the screen, and just pull this right. And that gives you 11 days, right? Shout out to the 1,853 people. Can we get the likes up? Keep hitting the likes. We'll get to 2,000 people here on the live. And you know, we got 2,000 people here. We might as well do something awesome. All right? We might as well do something amazing. All right? I'm going to write down a birthday. All right? And you're going to put down your birthday. All right? And I'm going to see if I can guess somebody's birthday. Just the day, though, not the year. Not the year. Put down your birthday. I just wrote a birthday. Put your birthday in there. Just throw down the date. You know, mine's 4/9. And we're going to hook someone up. $100 BTC. Anyone watching here, $100 in BTC. All right? And if I see the B-Day, you're in there like swimwear. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Wow, the chat rate flipping. Bang, bang, bang. And I'm going to pick two people because this stream's out of control. We're picking 2 people. $100 of BTC on a beautiful day. All right. What? US Tether? All right, we'll give you $100 in Tether. And then you can buy Bitcoin. All right. How's that? She's like, we got the Tether on fire. Bang, bang, bang. Wow, this is crazy. Babe, can you pick 2 people? My wife will do it. My wife's just going to pick 2 people. The birthday I wrote down was 3/3. You know what I mean? 33, right? Obviously. But what'd you say, babe? Aaron, G-A-E. Aaron, G-H-0. Aaron, oh yeah. Yeah, Grado. Aaron, Grado. Aaron and Jake Pullman. Jake Pullman and Aaron, Great 0. Jake Pullman and Aaron, Great 0. $100 a piece. UST. We love you. We appreciate you. And I'm going to put someone in the trading group today, too. Who here wants to join the trading group? If you want to join the trading group, put a 333 in the comment section. If you want to join the trading group, put a 333 in the comment section. And you have to be not in the trading group, but you've been interested. You've been watching for a while. I want to see the passion. And, babe, pick someone that's given a 333 right now to be in the trading group. All right? Did we get the people that put their name? I hope they listened and they stayed. All right. Sean Whitney. S-H-O-N. Sean Whitney. You are in the trading group. Email Crypto Lifers. All 3 people email CryptoLifers at Gmail. We see your email. Do not play games. All right. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right. So the daily candle is is just, it's fluttering to stay green here. It doesn't look good in the stochastics RSI. However, they could flip bullish. Anything could happen. Remember that. These are all probabilities. Any single thing can happen. That's the key to staying positive in trading. Understanding that any single thing could happen. All right. This kind of does want to behoove me to change this up a little bit and give that. Yeah, no, I'm staying strong to this ideal because it just hits right. So now I can see what's happening here. And now I got us. All right. It's almost like we're doing a similar thing here. Like we're almost retesting this pennant here. And trust me, I'm known as a mad scientist of TA. People know me all around the world. If for a second this looks weird or it looks like I'm confused, don't worry. I'm learning how to figure out what price action's doing with you right now. Like together, we're addressing this idea. So look, we definitely have a trend line here that held. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We're coming down to it. We're retesting this trend line for sure. The second we break this, you would look for more downside. I do see a bearish dip, which tells me that we're likely going to go to the downside. I see the stochastics pointing down, which tells me that there's more downside to come as well. And then I'm kind of almost have to put it in this like a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down from where they began 68% of the time, and then they break down to where they began. Sorry, so not from where they began, but to. So if you can't get the bounce up here and go sideways, you're going to expect to move to here. Once here, we either break back inside the pattern. If we do that, then you're bearish retesting. Then you're coming down to 37,000. You would test 41K first. None of this would happen until we lose the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. The 200 SMA is this yellow line right here. Rest assured, we will not, unless we break this, we won't go any lower. Many times like we got here, we got back above it. We went lower here, but we got back above it. Once we do close a candle below it, I do become bearish immediately. That's the way I trade. I already know that I will be bearish then. And then I'll be looking for price action to go to the 200 on the 4. And then once it loses that, I'll be looking to drop to the 8 hour time frame. That level is 40,050, right? So I'm ready for the bearishness if it comes. And I know exactly how to handle it. And I know what to do. And I won't do any. And I've done this like literally for 4 years straight in front of you. And you guys have repeated the process with me, whether we're long or whether we're short. Moving averages, we switch to the smaller time frames. So we would watch the 15 and the 7. Like the 7, the first thing the 7 will do, we'll lose the 200 SMA. So I know the 1 hour looks bearish right now. It doesn't look good. And most of the time, that 1 hour is going to continue to clean up and push us to the downside. It is. Okay? But look, don't we see almost a hidden... It's almost a hidden... Yeah, I mean, this has some hidden bullish qualities there. That doesn't touch, so you can call it a whole diverge. And that goes to the upside. Technically, you would say, no, we made it already, and this is the spot. And I'm with that. It's two separate divergences, and they both go down. So, but there's, you could backtest this on your own and see year after year, could this play out as hidden bullish? There's a chance it does. All right. So now here we are on the 7-minute time frame. Why? Because smaller time frames are going to tell me what's likely going to happen. They're going to give me the sauce. They're why people actually listen to me. The 7-minute has given me an edge on the market, and people see that. And now they're like, wow. So there's a reason why there's people here when the market's ripping to figure out what's happening, because this has been the spot, because these strategies play out. And again, they're not even, like I put them all together, but they're definitely free strategies you could find. I'm just the guy that kind of packaged them the way I package them. Your mind will package TA the way you package TA, right? So here's the deal. We need to get a bounce. We need a bounce to the upside. The 7-minute needs to save the day. This will consolidate. And then later on today, I might even put out a long for the trading group, and we may even get to 50K. Like it may not, there's a chance 50K is still on the table. All right. Savage Trades, are you hiring? I mean, I'm always hiring someone that's smart, amazing, and has great ideas. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com and tell us what you believe you could do to change my life and make my business even better than it is already. If you pitch me and it sounds great and you get, my head of operations and the rest of the team excited, then, I mean, there may be a position for you. I believe there's a position for anyone that believes they can make that position. I created my opportunities in life, right? Like, I didn't have this job. I made this job. So I'm looking for someone to join my company that already believes that they can do what I don't even know they can do. Like, they're creating the opportunity out of their mind, right? So if that's you, if you're out there and that's you, yeah, jump on in. Need a bounce for sure. ETF approved and things going down already. You guys are funny. This is just technical analysis, everybody. We had bearish div on the daily. We had bearish div. Honestly, what a beautiful pump, right? It was almost priced in, and then today we got like kind of the aftermath, right, of just the actual pump. Remember when Live was getting 152 people per stream at hot times? I love seeing the growth. Keep pushing 333. Kazden Williams, we love you. Savin Trades, we appreciate you. And everybody here on the live, keep pushing the like button. We can get to 2,000 people on the live. It'll be an amazing accomplishment. Come on, 2,000 people. And we can say today we hit 2,000 people on the live stream. It'll be unbelievable. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I need you guys to do it. I can't do it without each and every one of you. I can't do it without each and every one of you. Shout out to Thomas Shatlock. Shout out to Little Time Mining. Larry Wilson. Yeah. Does anyone know how to code a Discord bot? I need someone that knows how to code a Discord bot. I could probably do it. No, it's funny. All right, so we are getting the bounce here to the upside on the 7-minute. Now we're going to look for bullish divergence on the 1-minute time frame. That's going to be the kind of what we need. Bullish div on the 1 minute, even the 30-second. And right now we're getting some bullish divergence. Let me show you what that is. You're getting price action pulled to the upside while you got RSI pulled to the upside while price action pulled to the downside. That's a very strong bullish div right there on the 30-second chart. And it's a slanted shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's almost like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. It's a slanted, complex, inverted head and shoulder. However, we now have local resistance for Bitcoin at 47,028. Also, here at 47,200, we have to get back above that level to remain bullish. We have ourselves a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. With that divergence, the measured move would be the length of this wickery to that wickery. And that would put us back into that 49,000. We would get the bounce. So this has to defy the 1 hour. The 1 hour says, hey, I'm coming down on you, baby. If we can somehow get the 1 hour to reset on the Stokes in the next 4 to 5 hours and still not lose this channel, we have some bullishness at hand, all right? So we're watching this right now, and really in the next, I'd say 20 minutes or less almost, 21-minute candles, we really need to break back above 47,044. We don't do that, then the Bears continue to win, and this slumps, and then we get back inside the bigger pattern, and this retest doesn't play out. But right now, it's a breakout, and it's technically a retest, in my humble opinion, of this trend line. And so we've got I've got my sauce. It took me a while. There was a second where, right, who here was watching me as new, and they were like, I don't know. It's looking like he may not be able to pull off some type of organized idea here. All right, boom. Yeah, bouncing off the 200 SMA on the 5-minute chart, right? Perfectly. See that? And I talk about this all the time, how important the 200 SMA is on multiple time frames. Let me get rid of everything else. But you can see how we came right to it and we bounced. It's quite uncannily insane, and it happens all the time. You'll see this many, many times. Possible long right here to the upside, honestly. It's a gutsy long, too. What I like about it is we don't have to risk a lot. The stop could be very small. Something like this. Scalp on the 15-minute. It's high risk for sure. I'd like us to get above 47,050 first, really. Then it would make me feel a little better. Can you pay for the 99 with crypto by emailing cryptolifers@gmail.com? If you want to jump on into the trading group, which is absolutely blowing up. And it is blowing up. Every day, more new people are coming in. Testimonials. People are telling us how much they love what they're learning, what's happening, how they're staying on top of the game, how they're shorting the market when they used to freak out, how they're long in the market, how they're understanding the different ways to trade, how they realize they don't have to go all the way, right? RIP to the altcoins. We had a good run. End game now. Wow, people get really bearish really fast. That's pretty good. To me, you're the most amazing person God ever created. I love knowledge, discipline. Let's meet in Dubai. God bless you, man. Man, to tell me I'm the most amazing person God ever created, like you're gonna make me. I don't deserve anything like that. I'm just a dude that did the same thing every day. You know what I mean? And it looks amazing because that many people aren't consistent. It's really that. Isn't that insane? It's that simple. I'm just a guy that did the same thing every day. And because so many people aren't consistent, it looks superhuman. That's all it is. Okay, so here, yeah. And we definitely may have topped out. The daily doesn't look amazing. I'll tell you that right now. All right. I'm not saying I'm going to long this right now. I'm just suggesting that if we don't get the bounce, we can kind of decide that the bulls are like the bears are likely taking over. All right. 1 minute shredded too. And look, the 1 minute in a bear flag here. See that? And that could head back to 45,545. And remember, the 1 hour still wants to do damage on us. Once you break that train, you're going lower. 1 minute's about to take us down, I'd say, to 45,500. Yikes. Here we go. Let it drop, baby. Let it drop. I'd be careful, though. It's like Fed Day. I usually don't like to trade Fed Day till the afternoon, 4 o'clock. It's been a lot of volatility today. Today is our weekly screen share, everybody. At the end tonight from 7:30 to 9 o'clock p.m., we do weekly screen share, and we're going to break down coins we're looking at, the ups and downs of today, the volatility of the market, and what we see happening, what our kind of game plan is for the week ahead, and what coins we may want to trade if we want to short or long, right? Been doing the same thing every day now for a little over almost 3 years, but you going live every day for 2+ hours is insane. You're a beast, man. God bless David. We love you. We appreciate you. I mean, God keeps blessing me, so I keep coming back for more, right? That's really what's happening here. God keeps blessing, we keep coming back for more, all right? So you can see that was the area we needed the bounce. Bear flag on the 1 minute gave us the entry for a short to the downside. That short's already paid right now, right? If the entry was 46529, the target takes you to 45.5, all right? The daily is beginning to dump. And we'll look at some other charts too, just kind of see what's happening. But yeah, I see a short on the 1 minute right now for Bitcoin. Target is 45.5, all right? I did catch it a little late. We caught it like right at that red candle. You now have a little stronger bullish div, though. I'm open-minded that anything could happen. I don't know where price is going, right? I guess no demand. We're on these ETFs. I don't know why people realize there's no demand. Like, people aren't going to start buying Bitcoin today. It doesn't happen like that. People are flawed in their thought process, and then they think things aren't working correctly. But, like, it's just your thought process doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like the sun coming up every day. Consistency, baby. Thank you. That was fun. Back to the bear market. Another 4 years. You're funny. I got wrecked today, Jay Doolin. What did you do? What were you doing? I watch every day from work, so I can't usually chat. But I took today off. Thanks for everything you taught me for free. Going to be joining the 99 in the near future. God bless you and yours. That's the thing, man. I put so much into the universe that so many people have learned. And when they learn, then we've created just so many people that are grateful. When you give to others, you create grateful people. And when people are grateful, it's amazing. All right? The game is to wreck the psychology. Yeah. This is the Italian blessings on the greens. This is the Italian blessings on the green. You're funny. ETF did not. You're funny. Skiing report true. Good. But I'm just concerned about the overall market. If Bitcoin knifes, we all go down. You gave me so much. Much love to you, brother. Huge respect. Thank you. I've done a scalp short that went very wrong. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, why would you put, it sounds like you put like almost all your money in it though. Like why? Why would you do that? You know? You're now getting a bullish div with oversold Stokes. But we lost a key level for Bitcoin. And remember, the 1 hour still wants to continue to push you down. And now we broke into the pattern. You see that? Like, bearish divergence. And it usually gets created by a mass pump, and then you get bearish div, and then it sets in. That's what happens. All right. That's what happens. Let me get back to the 1 minute there. Likely going to continue to the target. Very likely we hit my target at 45.5. What I look for is a big red bar at my exact area. And look, 45.5. Look who we have. Hello. There he is. There's my whale waiting for the target. All right. At that point, I'd maybe take half the money off the table on a volatile day like today. Yeah. When you need live versus testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. 45.5, think it's worse than that. So much emotion in the charts. The 1 hour does suggest we could go lower. The 1 hour has a lot of momentum to the downside. Just be careful. You do not have to. People force themselves to trade this stuff. You do not have to trade this. Like, I'm profitable right now. I can walk away, come back tomorrow, right? Was just at 48K. Holy moly. Yeah, $2,000 isn't that big of a deal. Everyone take a deep breath. This is just Bitcoin trading. This is what it does. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. My trading group doubled when we went from 69,000 all the way down to 15K. Remember that, right? 5 minutes of down. Oh boy, I'm selling off a bit. This looks too dangerous. Stock market itself is dumping to PPI. Bitcoin is a casualty in this. Yes and no. Wow, you guys are swayed by the markets. You don't watch the markets enough. I'll teach you. You just got to keep paying attention. Because you think you know until you know. Like, I thought I knew, but I watch these markets every single day, constantly. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. CPI data was super bearish. It wasn't good. I mean, the Fed did everything they could, and it doesn't matter. Prices will continue to climb, but we already knew that. Everybody knows that. So what that's going to do is they're going to be stuck. And they're going to, even if they have to raise rates, they're going to have to print money now. And it's going to offset the rent raising. And I think they'll print more money that'll offset the rate raising. So S&P looks beautiful, everyone. Let's just break it down. Like, unless it loses the 1 hour 200 SMA, right? Sorry, I don't want to move that fat. You don't even need it. So you may lose the 1 hour, but unless you lose the 4 hour 200 SMA, and you start losing big time frame SMAs, and you start to break down, this could be a double top. You have resistance at, look, 48.38, almost 48K, which is funny, right? Happy Sam, will 2020 be the year of Jesus? I don't know, man. God bless you, though. God bless Jesus, man. Jesus was an amazing person. If you read and learn about Jesus and you live like Jesus, I mean, you'll have an amazing life, right? You'll be grateful for everything. You'll live in love. You'll help others. And so Jesus was really just trying to tell you how to maintain contentness inside of your own heart. At the end of the day, being a good person is selfish. And you're like, how is that? Well, you want to feel good inside of this being that you're in, right? Like, if you're a soul being inside a skeleton, you want to feel good during this experience, don't you? I do. I want to feel amazing during this time while I'm alive. I really do. And so to feel amazing during this time while I'm alive, and look, it went to 777s right when I said that. Right, you can go back in time and look at it. This thing went to 777s the second I said you want to feel amazing on this. Like, there it is again. Oh my gosh. You guys saw it, right? It does it. Yo, I get 777s wherever I go all the time, whenever I'm doing something, no matter what chart I'm looking at. We got them right there again. Look, just for me. Just for me. And they switch it for me on. They turn it off for me whenever I want. It's so crazy. Like, look at it. You guys, I talk about it all the time. Look, make my 777s appear. It's like magic, man. It's kind of crazy, right? You don't think that's weird? It's because you focus on the numbers. Anyway, so, boom, now it's even, Steven. It's like, yeah, I just want to make it perfect for you, just in case you guys didn't realize. But, so the S&P futures, look for this to kind of just, if we break this low, fine, freak out. You can begin to freak out. But until we break 4709, we're in a pretty good spot on the S&P. All right, and we need to consolidate. We've been pumping nicely. We need some nice sideways consolidation for our next leg to the upside. So S&P looks good to me. Nothing crazy. All right. Short's going well. About to hit my target. I gave you the short. Again, you can see that we don't just call longs. I switched short right there, flipped it on, saw the bear flag, you drew your measured move, and now you can see you're about to hit my target. We even showed you the liquidity down at 45.5. Now we got more liquidity at 45,000. 44.5. Wow, they're going to take this thing all the way down, baby. And now look, BOOKMAP showing you all this liquidity down here. This is why BOOKMAP's amazing. See what's hidden behind the candle. See the order book waiting for you down below. And look, 45.5 is right there. Are you in fear? Are you freaking out? Well, you can't think logically. If you can't think logically, you can't take advantage of the charts. That got pretty close to the target, don't you think? Pretty nice. We still have this extended bullish div now on the 1 minute chart. Can we get the bounce back to the upside? What an insane day to be alive, I'll tell you that. Shout out to anyone. Take advantage of the volatility and trade with the lowest fees on MEXC, right? Up or down, no matter what, get paid. And the coolest thing about this is if you hold the MEXC token, all right, a little pretty penny, cost a little expensive now, but if you do hold MEXC token up to 1,000 MEXC tokens, you will pay half the fees, all right? So you can cut your fees in half by doing that and still lower fees than almost every other exchange in the game, even with the fees where they are now. MEXC, check them out. Fastest growing exchange to date, really. And yeah, I've had over 1,000 traders and maybe one or two tiny complaints, really. And I talk to people all the time. So MEXC has been doing a really good job. No exchange can be perfect. One thing I do want to say is get yourself a hardware wallet. Make sure you put your money on a hardware wallet. Never be all in. Just not the, it's not the way to do it. That's just not what, you got to have money on a hardware wallet if you're going to be in cryptocurrency. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But I personally would keep my money in a hardware wallet and I wouldn't play games. All right. Attempting to bounce. See, now what you do is you just put this in another flag here. And you can see the 1 minute Stokes now want to point out, and you do have a bullish div. And so now, look, now what you do is I would take profits on my short. Now I'm going to be looking at, could it make a shoulder, a head on a right shoulder, and could we break back up? Remember, the volatility, they want people to think it's crazy. I just made over 99 on the toilet. I'm ready to join. I'm just saying, man, people make over $99 watching the live stream. Like, the live stream gets people paid all the time. They don't even join the trading group yet. And that's like people say, can I get they're like, can I get a trial? And I'm like, the trial's just coming to the live stream every day. You come to the live stream, you make it happen. All right. Quick note on Bitcoin ETF, bank and brokerage wirehouse access too. Something that you want to just kind of look at. It usually takes a few weeks to a few months for larger banks and brokerage and wirehouses to approve and onboard new ETFs. Some started offering Bitcoin ETFs already. Others will take some time. It's standard process. Yeah, like Robinhood's going to take 4 to 5 days. If I wanted to, you know what I mean? If I did have an institution that I wanted to offer it. Learn the Lifer Way with Sammy and Master Friend. It's the universe that will guide you trades. They taught me key, RSI, Stokes, divs, and moving averages. Amen, baby. Amen. People can be greedy and don't understand. Yeah. Filecoin, massive movement coming. I do like what Filecoin's doing. And look at this pump back to 46,275. What of what? Look, bullish divergence. Swing down. What is bullish divergence? If you're new and you don't know what bullish divergence is, let's talk about it. Let's break it down for you. Who here doesn't understand bullish div? Just getting started. They're new to it. They don't really get it. They hear about it, but they don't have anyone truly explain it. Okay? Bullish divergence is when, and I'll remove this, that you have this falling wedge, right? But you have this swing low here. Price came up, made another low. So you can see that's your low, that's your another low. So you'll connect these 2 points. You'll see a downtrend. You'll do the same thing and you'll connect the 2 points here. And lo and behold, and you can even double click the RSI because sometimes you want to make sure it is exactly what you're looking at. But you can see there's an uptrend here, but yet there was a downtrend on price action. Usually these are the same. If this kind of curves down, this kind of curves down. That tells us we should attempt to get a pushback. Now, whether we do or not is the question. Here now you make a bear flag. Here, this is where I project my bear flags. I slap on the moving averages. This is just like trading bullishly when we're pumping, right? And honestly, it looks like we may come down to the 200 SMA, right? See, bearish div down to the 200. it kind of, and this is the money printer. We see bullish divergence on the 1, and we trade back up to the 200 SMA. On a volatile day-to-day, like I don't use the strategy that I use all the time. I may stay away from on a day like today. That's all I'm saying. Just because there's extreme volatility. And there's so many people on either side of the trade that the market makers have way more cherry-picking abilities. Sam, I copied your trade from yesterday. Other than leverage, I went a little more aggressive. Doubled my money. Much love, brother. Shout out to you, man. Doubled your money, man. God bless the Bowater. This isn't done going down yet. They also need to train staff, getting training and learning compliance for the new product. It takes time. When I look back at my trades and the things and the tools that I've used, I've learned so much. Experience is the real teacher. You have to do it. No one forces you to click. Amen. Been watching you for 2+ years, and I've learned so much. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Cash and on Crypto, man. God bless you. The 99 only gives you skills, but love and knowledge with amazing people whenever you need them. Puts came in on the SP today. Maybe Bitcoin to follow down. I would watch this bear flag. Looks like it could continue to the downside. You'd open up, you're still inside this long wedge that just continues to fall. And you'd say you're likely to drop to the wedge again. Target would be 45.5. Still sticking to that target at 45.5. You take the length of this pole here. It's a little long. And so this could be a nice, this could be a bear flag to the downside. See this right here? And look, the 1 minute's about to dump on you. So just like I trade the 1 minute viciously, bullishly, I do the same thing. So, you're curving on the Stokes. You went sideways and you couldn't get above another local high, right? 46,350. Expect more downside. To me, this looks like it's going to go lower and drop. Again, my target's 45.5. The liquidity is at 44.5 now. It suggests that we go all the way down to 44,500 right here. And this is that's that level that I have marked already because we bounced right there. See? And we're going to look at this on a bigger scale too and kind of come out of what's happening. But yeah, and there's the drop. And now look, the Stokes pointing down. I like stochastics RSI. They're so good. So I would enter a short again right here. And get us down to 45.5. Slight shoulder, head, right shoulder. Anything could happen. There is that bullish div, but it got us right here and we got rejected. We couldn't get above 46.3. It got us to 46.3 and we couldn't get above it. And you have to remember, I could be wrong and this could rip all the way to the upside. Anything could happen. You have to be open-minded and you have to realize that anything could happen at any moment in time. All right? That was insane what just went on, though. I'll be honest. It's like you're on top of the mountain, you're riding high, and then everything just flips off. You know what I mean? It's just kind of nuts. Pretty insane. Only Bitcoin, man. Only Bitcoin. And for me, good day to buy some BTC. I mean, anytime there's a red moment, I'm going to have to buy a little more Bitcoin. So I take advantage. Anything between 45,000 and anything below 50K now at this point, to me, is an absolute steal. All right? So I take advantage of the red days. Whenever I see red, I have to buy Bitcoin. I can't buy Bitcoin on a massive green. Like when we were pumping the 48, it was kind of like, I was a little sad. There wasn't a chance to buy more Bitcoin. So now I'm kind of happy, opportunity for me to grab a little more BTC. So I'm going to grab myself about, I don't know, I'd say $3,000. And I'll market buy a little bit. Because these are the times, man, I'm gonna be priced out of this asset at one point, and that $3,000 won't get me anything. It'll be worth 200,000 and I'll be buying $3,000 and I'll be like, you know what I mean? Right now the $3,000 gets me a little more. I'm actually gonna be a little greedy. All right. And I'm gonna buy 1,500. I'm gonna be a little more greedy. I'm gonna remind myself to just buy a little more BTC. All right. I'm waiting for a good entry. What do you think a good level is? I don't know. I won many trades with the lifer and the master friend. All but respect and hugs. You guys are more than a friend. My family. Thank you. Thoughts about Solana? I'm shorting X40. Liquidate the longs and the shorts in order to continue the path to 52K. Could you buy coins that you don't have tons of money? Yep. Alluvium 20 to 40X incoming. Alluvium's hot. I believe it's definitely a pickup. I own some Illuvium. I watched Sam for a year before attempting even one trade. I started slowly, and after I made 2K, then I lost it and took a Saturday class, then joined the trading group. Life is good. Mark Preston, we love you. You are my rich cousin, you said. Stack that silver. Yep. And I am stacking Casper too. I bought so much Casper last night that I can't even buy anymore, man. So I see the short coming down. I see us going further down. This target takes us to 45,200, but 45.5 is the key level that I'm looking at for a move to the downside for Bitcoin. And there we go, about to get the massive move. Come on, baby. Do we double bottom? It's attempting to double bottom, but the Stokes are kind of not in our favor. What do you think Bitcoin will drop to? I don't think. I just look at the charts. Yep. Yeah, I don't think like that. People do this whole, I don't know, honestly. Well, Bitcoin will drop to. Let's take a look at the all-time history index and take a look at Bitcoin on its, big old ideas here. If we're all going to just immediately flip bearish and turn into bears, all right, perma bears right now, which honestly, unless we break 44,250, I just can't be both. I can't be that bearish. You know what I mean? When we break that, fine. Then you're going to say, then we're coming down, then we're going to test 41,000, and then we're going to test 37.8, right? So that's it. I mean, you lose this level here at 44.3, you're going to drop down here to 41, and you lose 41.37. If you never go lower than 44,250, then expect, you're fine. Or even this level here, 44.8. So 44,250, 44.8. Like, you'd have to break those two levels first. We could just do a pullback like so. We could even just make some type of flag here. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, and then Bitcoin could continue up. What I see is you're starting to get away from the 200 SMA. So usually once you top out, you'll come back down to the 200. You'll wick here, you do some craziness, you might, and then you'll make your way back down. So when Bitcoin pulls back, I mean, that's a nice pump it's had since October, right? It's been on a rally. And you got bearish div now on the daily time frame. And people just think, oh, just because everyone's going to buy it all. I just look at the technical analysis. Every time I let the world take me away from my TA, I got banged. So say I saw a bearish div and I'm like, yeah, but then everyone was like, oh, but everyone's buying. I was like, yeah, I'm not shorting that bearish div. I'm going long. And that's why, if you notice, all my longs were scalps. They were just in and out trades. Okay. This morning, last night, the last 2-3 days, I was just taking what I could out of the market, letting the market, and then buying Bitcoin long term, Okay, made my daily 300 happy. Yep. Can you check the DXY? ETC looking ready to dump. Buy the rumor, sell the news. This always happens. It's about to pump. I posted the sell model that printed the Discord at 7:11 West Coast time. Did anyone take the trade? No, because we were longing at 7 in the morning, man, in the Discord, and we made massive gains up to 48K. Yeah. Watch your key entries by backtesting. It takes time, but time is knowledge with Sammy. Amen. I can't believe the ETF approval just dumps Bitcoin. It's a dang shame. I mean, it didn't really dump Bitcoin. Think about it. Like, they get retail hyped. They think all the money's coming in, and when the money doesn't come in, the retail's like, we could be at 50K by the end of the day today. You see what I mean? Like, people are just full of FUD right now. Let's just take it one step at a time, one moment at a time. We'll see where we close on the daily. All right, let's just, like right now, if a daily candle does not close below 44.9, you're good. We're all right. It's not the worst thing in the world. So let's take a deep breath. It's not the end. We pumped up huge to 48K and we pulled back. Like, remember, this morning you were sitting at around the same 46, 47. You were around the same level like last night. Like, everyone freaks out. 10 hours ago, you were the same price. Everyone freaks out. You don't get to hold the price that we wanted forever. But it's like, it doesn't work like that. Like, it never did work like that. No market works like that. The second you think it does work like that, you're just setting yourself up to be in pain, right? Hey, Sammy, do the ETFs only trade during the New York session or 24 hours like Bitcoin? They should only trade during the New York sessions, yeah. But they're going to tokenize those ETFs. But, I mean, you can always trade Bitcoin 24/7. So it's kind of a funny question, you know what I mean? Because if you want to trade 24/7, just trade Bitcoin. Right? I mean, I don't know. It's like the same question. To me, the answer is the same. You know, I don't know. Bob was in this flag I was just looking at yesterday. Just kind of didn't get the pump, but it got pumped last night. Market makers don't let you just make money this easy on this type of news. They need to dump on retail, who is over leveraged. Who's nobody talking about Pulse Chain and Hex pumping? Let's talk about Hex. Well, you know, Richard Hart's been making his moves. All right. Talking about it. Let's break it down. The last time people asked me about Hex, look, I showed you that it was likely going to the upside. Remember, I called this move. Someone asked me about Hex, and I see Hex going up 100%. Right? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Right there, you can see me that I even have a target further. And so, and why? I said it was his first higher low since its dump. Low, 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 hot, boom, higher low on a macro scale. It looked good on the daily, right? It was oversold on the daily time frame. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen immediately, but yeah. Someone asked me about Hex. I put this out on, and we nailed it. If one of my team members could find where I made this Hex call, because I did this on the live stream. I remember when I did it. All right. These crypto, yeah. We're still in the pump. This is volatility. Welcome to the Bitcoin, the new Bitcoin people. Yeah, they don't realize that too now. $2,000, $3,000 is just everyday movement. Like when Bitcoin gets to 53,000, you're going to see this. When we were up at 69,000, we were getting volatility like you wouldn't believe. Markets were swinging and swaying. It's, you know, this is for the big boys. You know, things are changing. Unibot's on my radar. I've been researching it. Some people really like it. I just been researching it recently. I didn't buy any yet, but it's just something I'm looking at. It looks somewhat interesting. That's all. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. All right, let's see what's hot today. What's up in the last 24 hours? What's up in the last hour? So nothing has made a move in the last hour. Nothing is too strong. In the last 24 hours, we got ENS. Because Ethereum, talks of an Ethereum ETF, shifted some money from Bitcoin into Ethereum. We started getting the move. MakerDAO, a bigger gainer on the 7 days, 19%. Osmo, another coin that I actually really like, moving with the, you know, Cosmo ecosystem. You got Osmo. That's something I've been kind of radaring in on, or putting my radar on, you know, recently. Nice. We got another bullish div here for Bitcoin as it fights off a dump on the 1 minute time frame. However, now we got the bullish div. So now you can say, okay, bullish div, as good as this, you got to get above this resistance right now, Bitcoin. You got to break above 46,300. If you can't do that, expect more downside, right? It's got to break above this resistance right now to remain bullish, all right? So here's your macro ideas for Bitcoin. Could you make a falling wedge? You very well may. Something like so. We don't know how, why. We don't know exactly. We'll see. You know, something like this. Do you reset off the bearish div? There's a chance. We know there's really good support at 44.8 and 44.2. If those levels hold, the bears, you know, so if the bears can't break 44.2, we're definitely going to kind of consolidate and make our way back to 50K. Let's keep looking at our 3-day charts and remembering, you know, that we're also above a previous support of resistance there, 44,270. So that 44,300 area is significant on the 3-day chart, and it's significant on the 1 hour. It's significant on the daily, right? It's a significant area. So once you lose that, you would also lose the 200 SMA. So that's, you know, so the 1 hour is giving us our key signs. We're getting this information from in the 1 minute. These smaller time frames are giving us some good information. The 1 minute can't flip this. It's not a good sign, you know. For the bulls, it's a great sign if you're short in the market and you want to make gains. If you're in love with gains and you don't care, it's a great sign, right? And this is why my job is tough. This is not an easy job. To show up, watch the pump, watch the dump. I showed up with the massive pump. It was euphoria. It was amazing. Next thing you know, things shifted and changed. Bitcoin's now dropped to 45.8 all the way back up to 46,250. I got 1 million Dogecoin and I'm stressing this. Yeah. It's nice reversal on the 1 minute. Yeah. 8x on my SEI. That's crazy, man. Good for you. I did not add 8x SEI. So will Bitcoin ETFs eventually make Bitcoin trade boring like trading gold? No. 8x on my SEI. No, because Bitcoin just has too much. To me, it's too scarce, so it will always create some volatility, right? Wow, MYRO took a beat down. Isn't that crazy? MYRO's high today was 29. It was ripping, and back down to 22 now. So crazy, right? It's a red day, everybody. It's good to take advantage of the market, and honestly, for me, I've been waiting on these days, right? So I should take advantage. And I'm only doing the 100 buys. I wonder if I have enough. I think I do. But yeah, I mean, anything below 23 to me is a steal. This has been annoying. See this? Something wrong with like... Oh, you just click on that and it goes away? Weird. All right, I'll do that from now on. I don't know why it does that. What crazy volatility today in the markets. CPI data crushing the souls of our lives, right? If the CPI data came out great, we would have been fine, right? Thanks for your input. Yeah. Did 2K short profits. There you go. All right, we got above the level. That's a good sign. So I would kill the short right now because we got above that key level. Okay? Bang, right? I'm not always right. I want to make that obvious. If I was always right, I'd be 100%. I'd be a liar. I've never seen a person that's 100%. You got to lose a trade here and there. Some of your ideas can't be perfect. Like, all we are is human beings that trade with probability, and we do the best we can, you know? What I see, which is very strange, you know, most people would never see it, but shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder, possibly break on out. Still couldn't really get above the key level, though. The 1 hour still is bearish to me. Super bearish. You did break this downward trend line. And I'll be honest, like the market's a mess right now. It's like we're going to wait for it to kind of figure itself out. Well, we got a bit of a double bottom here. That's a double bottom. Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve right there. I mean, look at that. That should break out at least to here. 68% of the time, you're going to break out to 47,000. Then you're back at 47K. That's kind of like 47K was a high place to be at yesterday. That's why everyone's freaking out right now. I'm like, take a deep breath. Like, people are like, that's it. They dumped us. The average person's emotions can be swayed so far either way. It's almost scary, man. You know, how quickly they get people feeling certain things. Like, it just it just can take it right out of your hand. We got PAWSWAP, which has been PAWSWAP keeps coming up. People say, you won't believe what they've done. PAWSWAP, man. The greatest coin you've ever seen in your life. Maybe. PAWSWAP is leveling out. It's almost Adam and Eving. See that? That's kind of Adam and Eve status right there. It's holding this level and double bottoming. Could be a bottom for PAWSWAP. It really could be. And that'd be a massive gain for PAWSWAP. I'm not in PAWSWAP. They haven't got me yet. They almost got me. You know, I'll get a DM on Twitter, or they'll hit me up on Twitter. Hey, man, I'm the PAWSWAP dev. You know, you don't realize how hard we're working. So they keep coming at me. And I keep finding people that like PAWSWAP. And it keeps coming, right? People need therapy because of the emotion. Yeah. If it ripped vertically today, no one would buy. They wouldn't know the entry point. Keep in mind, folks, buying the ETF may be brand new to Bitcoin. Phantom should have a good pump soon after Sonic release. It's because we hate our normal lives. That's why we need to be rich to quit the rat race, Sam. Huge gains on ETC on the live. Bang. Amazing. Super chats, XRP, FET, Filecoin, LBP, Sol, Jito, and ALPH. You will hear a cha-ching sound on Weeble when order fills, Lifer. Thank you. This could be the start of a huge breakout. It always happens after a big dump, then up 20%. Another membership. This is the best community. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you, Flavor. And I appreciate you guys jumping on in and becoming members of the trading group. God bless you all. I don't think these guys have the Bitcoin to drop us anymore. Strong hold under 46K. It's funny too, right? Yeah, like they used to have the Bitcoin to try to pump us down, but like, right? Bitcoin back to 46,400. And there it is pumping to the, I'm sorry. Did I get anybody? Did I just get anybody who saw those green candles and you thought it was big? Did I get anybody? And look, I mean, shoulder, kind of head. Could we get something like this brewing? All right. Some people need emotions because of therapy. Some people need therapy because of emotion. Yeah. You guys are funny. Still a resistance for Bitcoin. And not a good one either, right? And I'm not a fan of MYRO came back down to coming to, it's still up nice, right? From 7. I mean, it's still up beautifully from yesterday when we were looking at 6.6. So that's just consolidation for MYRO. This is just building up. These altcoins love these pullbacks. These altcoins love these pullbacks. They make great entries. So I always watch Bitcoin when I'm in something heavy, and I use Bitcoin, craziness to jump on into altcoins. We need this dump. Where's my 100x coin? Hey, Sammy got jokes over here. If anyone has some emotions to share, I'd like to try some out for a short time. Shout out to Jamie. You want some of mine? Funny. You're funny. Shout out to 46,350 for Bitcoin. And it's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy day. Crazy day. Shout out to the 1,000 likes here on the live. Thank you for doing that. $100 in chat revenue. We're going to get to all your super chats. I promise you that. We will get to every single thing that you have asked about. And let's talk about the fan funding here for a split second. Off near crypto. Thanks for what you do in the 99. Soul, please. April 10th, 1981. Aries, baby. Lifer, did you ever find out why the liquidation didn't work for BOOKMAP? Mine still doesn't load up. No, they have not been able to tell me why. TA for JTO, if you have time. Happy Thursday, Sam. And that's so nice to ask if I have time, meaning like if I do it, I do. Shout out to you, Catherine Brunetti. We love you. We appreciate you. Made a quick $250 in the swing this morning. Sold at 48.5 right in front of my wifer. Amazing. Thank you, Sam. Unbelievable, man. God bless you, brother. So way to be. Mythic OG, Alephium. Thank you, Lifer. The best for being a real one. Much love. The best trader for the $15 super chat. And shout out to all the awesome people here. Crypto Plumber, D Spear, Dello Miro, Arthur Morgan, Dana Schwartz, Dopamine Wave Pool, Mark Preston, Master Friend, Rudy C313. We both nailed, nailed that call on Hex right there behind us. Look at that thing. Or wait, one of those. Look at that thing. You can even see my work. Tight moving averages, the second higher low above of the point of control. Once you got above the point of this high volume node, you were gone to the volume area highs. This is how the VRVP works. Hex, baby. Hex. Can you do launch block? We'll look at that too. Shout out to Glenn B. Gifting a membership. Crypto Plumber gifting 5 memberships. Crypto Plumber gifting 10 memberships. That's insane. Mark Preston, Dopamine Wave Pool, Arthur Morgan, Crypto Plumber yet again, Stunning Crypto, and everybody that gave. I hope I don't, I don't want to forget one person. Alex Liu, Little Time Mining, Rudy C, 1331. Wow. That Knock Life, everybody that gave to the channel, you people are absolutely amazing. $100 in chat revenue, 1,631 people. We almost had 2,000 people here on the stream. We were about to hit 2,000 people here on the stream. It was insane. All right. Bitcoin, struggling, 46,400 an issue. Not able to get back above this key level. No good. Bear flagging. Attempting to make an inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. cup with the handle to the upside, baby. Low, high, higher, low. First higher low in a set. Go to make the higher high. Can we pump up to the 200 SMA and get the money printer going? Can we stay above the red line, which disappeared on me the second I talked about it? But that's the fixed range. But there is a high volume node sticking out there. You see it? Right there. And we bouncing on it. See that line right there? There's a gap here in the VRVP. Can we get right back through the gap and back up to 47,700? All right. And then let's take a look at the, it's funny now when we look at the poll. So can we hit 50K by Sunday? 68% say yes, 32% say no, and probably change the vote. We had 1,658 votes. I mean, the fact that each and every one of you voted, it just shows that, like, because I see streams with 2,000 people watching, they ask votes, and they get 500 people to vote. They don't get a lot of interaction. You people are amazing. Like, you people give me so much support and love, it's insane. I've never seen it on a channel. Like, you know, I watch so many YouTubers, and I aspire to be a YouTuber, and because I watch YouTubers loving their life. I'm like, they got their own channel. They don't have to listen, They work for Google, I guess, right? I work for Google. I work for each and every one of you. I serve you. I serve each and every one of you. I serve other human beings. This channel serves other human beings. My team and I, that's what we do here. My first day off in a while, it's nice to be able to actually watch while you're doing the charts and not just listening. It's because we love you. Thank you. We know it's going to 50K. People see the dip, they sell. Buy fish, buy low. As it rises, people buy higher on the pullback. Classic. Thoughts on Metis? Diamond Fist today. Metis just continues to pump. It did a 10x since like late December. It's crazy. Everyone grabs at emotions until they get happy. Don't deny emotions. Control them. Amen. Love the hard work and time you put in, mate. Much appreciated. Shout out to Tiger Paul. Another higher low. Close the shorts. Little time mining. Yeah, there's the low, higher low. That's a cup and handle to the upside. Looking for Bitcoin to get it at 46,950. Possibly pushing up to 47,000. All right. And we got 12 minutes left of the show, and I am going to get to these super chats. Don't get it twisted, but Bitcoin, we had to be on Bitcoin the whole time. Look, I see an inverted head and shoulder. I see an inverted head and shoulder. I see a cup and handle. I see a higher low. I see a kind of a rounded stochastic RSI. Bullish for now. I see a resistance at 46,005. We must break back above to remain bullish. And here, previous support, we need a SR flip back above it. 46,580 to remain bullish. All right. We 100% topped out, said Princess Crypto. 100% we topped out, she said. Guaranteed. Honestly, you're an insanely good trader, but your real contribution is spreading Jesus Christ and positivity to the people who need it. Everybody does. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Bitcoin has the same pattern as back in 2016 charts. Anything could happen. My DRT bag I bought with you, bro. Amazing. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at XRP. PAWSWAP on the radar for a possible Adam and Eve double bottom, and people are loving this coin. You heard it here first. If you hadn't heard about it, I'm warming up to it. I don't still own it. I'm not a lover. And when I bring something up to, I'm just letting you know other people like it. I don't bring up coins. See, I'm a weirdo. Most people buy coins and then secretly pump their bags, Oh, I'll look at this and that. I don't do that. Like, I don't own any PAWSWAP, but I'll talk about it all day long. See, I'm not greedy, man. God has given me such a good life. I've learned, my parents were the same way. They told me, who gives a damn? You lived your whole life nickel and diamond. My dad used to say that. My dad said the word nickel and diamond. Use your whole life nickel and diamond. You're not going to get anywhere. Spend a day at the beach, relax, have a good time with your family, learn what life's all about, and make it happen. Look at XRP, flat at 60 cents. Almost looks like nobody's trading it. I'm telling you right now, it's getting tighter of the zone. I don't know what the rest of the market's doing, but XRP says it's getting tighter and a big move is coming to $1.05. Says by May, you're going to see $1 XRP, and you heard it here first. Yeah, it's only going to be 40% move, and it's going to take 4 months, but it still is a gain. All right. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say indeed should be taken as financial advice, but I do like what I'm seeing for XRP. If it lost that bottom trend line, then that would be when I would be like, all right. Fetch AI, this thing was about to explode to a bean. It looked nice. It was super oversold on the daily, oversold on the 2-day, oversold on the 3-day chart, touching the 21. Doesn't look like it's going to go much lower than 57 after the bounce there. I really like what I'm seeing for Fetch AI. It's hot. Like, it's been hot, right? It's in a shoulder, a head, and almost a giant shoulder. It's in a giant cup with a handle here that did break to the upside. It got above an extreme resistance at 48 cents that had been staying below ever since January of 2022, all right? Once it got above that, it retested it, it used that as support, and then made another leg up above 60 cents. Tells me that 60 cents is likely its, local bottom. And it's not that far away from price discovery when you really think about it. And there's not a lot of resistance for it to get further to its next level to the upside. When I look at the 3-day chart, I get excited. I like what I'm seeing. I see that we're moving out. Now, again, if Bitcoin tanks, the whole market will have to take a rally down. That could happen. I'm open-minded to that. There is a little bearish div here on the RSI, which we must heed. RSI is a little high. 2-day charts in a falling wedge. The daily also wants to push to the upside, but the moving averages are a little far apart. But they're not far enough apart. If they're tight on the 4-hour, I would say I would look for a move. So yeah, and I'm bullish on FET. Everyone knows in my trading group that I just put some gains into FET. I added into FET. So this is something that I'm definitely looking at and paying attention to. Fetch AI. All right. I like this coin. I hold it long term. I got a bag on KuCoin, a bag on MEXC, and I'm actually going to start putting it away too. The Tangem wallet, I'm not a huge fan of it per se. There's some things I don't like about it, but what I do like about it is how many coins you can put on it. Like almost, there's so many wallets that I just can't seem to get support for, but my goodness, I got so much support on the Tangem wallet. All right. So you can put so many coins in the Tangem wallet, it'll blow your mind. So I like what Fetch AI is doing. Look for it to flag out of this 4-hour time frame. It's a little overbought, not getting too sold off compared to Bitcoin, doing pretty good. And look for the 21 to interact. Look for it to stay above the 200 SMA in the 4-hour, and I see this thing continuing to the target at $1. All right. Bitcoin struggling, 46,100. We're not, it's got to hold this higher low right now. I'm personally not opening up a trade right now for Bitcoin. It's just too... If you're in a long and a short, you're taking it though. There was a bearish div at that top at 48K. So that has to see that breaks. You're going to 45.2 and then 44.9, 44.5 really is what we're all looking at. And remember, you got resistance here now at 46,436 too as well. Tough day to be alive, man. So crazy. I mean, it's a beautiful day to be alive, but it's just they just don't give us a break for Bitcoin. Like some days you just want a break. You just want a break, and you never get one. It's insane. I'm not complaining. It's also good that we don't get a break. It's 24/7. It never ends, but it's almost like life. Bitcoin's like life. It never ends. Bitcoin resembles life in some ways more than the other money, right? Like just the constants of it. The never-ending vibe of Bitcoin. Just Filecoin, everyone was going crazy. It's in an Adam and Eve double bottom with the flag. And I see these all the time. Adam and Eve double bottom. Only a matter of time. Might take 2 months. But Filecoin looks like it wants to do damage. Go to 13.25 for Filecoin. All right. Oh, thank you. Let me just do a Fibonacci here. And that brings you back to the 786 Fibonacci level. You get the bounce. Key level to watch closely there for Filecoin. All right. I mean, resistance, it bounced. Moving average is a little far apart, but the daily looks like it wants to boom. And it could be making this, you know, a symmetrical triangle this way. I'd watch it. That's what I love doing this. I love my trading style, and I just wait for this to do that. And if it does that, then I start to buy in, and then I take it for the ride. If it doesn't, then I get stopped out, and I go to something else. And I only need to win 3 out of 10 of them. And I can be super selective. Like, it doesn't have to be that difficult. All right? People make trading way more difficult than it needs to be. I don't know why they do that, but they do. All right? This market has been insane today. Insane. I'll be honest. Insane. I'm just looking. Caspa's still up nice, though. Injective ain't bad. A lot of altcoins didn't really flinch. They really didn't flinch. You know? They really didn't flinch. I got more Bitcoin in the bag. I'm actually excited about that. I had 0.25. I got 0.34 now. Let's take a look at LBP. USDT. Launch block protocol on KuCoin. KuCoin, right? Pumped up, came down, pumped up again. Looks like it could just do it again, right? Weird chart for sure, right? Likes to get sold off. I mean, you're looking for this falling wedge to break to the upside, possibly for launch block, right? I mean, that's falling wedges break up 60% of the time. Not in love with it. Very strange market structure, right? You just bounce off this. If you pull a fib there, that's definitely. Look, it bounced off the golden pocket, came up. Now it's kind of back in a golden pocket again. It's strange. I got to give it to you. It's pretty weird. Previous support becoming resistance here. You got some chop right there that you're interacting with here on this side. And that was, look, you know, a year ago, November 2022. Launch block, LBP. And Bitcoin's about to lose 46,000 here. It's really struggling. BOOKMAP says we go lower. BOOKMAP says all the liquidity is down here at 45K to 45,005. And we see the same thing. So Bitcoin looks like it's going to lose some key levels and drop to 45,500. All right. There is bearishness for Bitcoin. We kept going over this idea. There's the bearish divergence on the daily, right? The 4 hour. So the legit alt's holding strong. Don't panic, everyone. Bitcoin will hold 50K this weekend. I don't say stuff like that. So I just read what he said. I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. I don't know why people say will, have to, because like you're setting yourself up. What if it doesn't, Scottish Crypto? And like you wake up and that's not the case. You're going to be devastated. So you'd rather just kind of let it do its thing one step at a time, one day at a time, right? And today's a messy day. We're going to have to let Bitcoin kind of find its way. It bounced back, though, 46.1. Interesting. Adam and Eve double bottom on the 1 minute RSI. They don't got enough Bitcoin to drop it. That's a good point, Tom. I like, you know, that's a key point. They don't got enough Bitcoin to drop it. I like Solana here, personally. And buying bags of Solana on these dips is usually a good look. Buy the fear, right? So you got to buy the fear. You can't sit and worry. You got to buy it, right? So you got to use days like these to take advantage of the markets. Look at the daily for Solana. Look at your bigger time frames. Daily looks like it could bend down a little lower, but for the most part, it looks pretty good to me. Well, you could say you're in this trend line, need to break it. Maybe you come back down one more time. Get this nasty drop down one more time. Get Solana back at $80. That would be amazing, right? They bring it up, bring it down. I don't know if Solana ever goes lower than 65, though, right? 2-day charts beat up, but the RSI, see, the RSI could come lower in a lot of these coins. It may not, but it could. 22 hour, 8 hours, 6 hour, 4 hour. All these say that I'm going to be able to get a cheap Solana. So I got to wait it out for whatever reason for the bottom of the pattern here, unless we respect this trend line. And we make something like this. So watch Solana get tight. If it loses this trend line, it comes down here. I can gobble it down possibly at 80. If it stays inside this trend line, gets tight, breaks out, then I can gobble it at 100 for a retest. Yeah, those are the safest places to get out. right? ETF fund probably have deals to depress in hand and buy with another. Kiss of Kramer played out again. Historically, every time Bitcoin has gotten to this level, it has retraced every time. Not saying it's going to for sure, but it definitely is something I'm watching. Yeah. I opened along at 47. Am I effed? I wouldn't have done that, but you never know, man. You should just know what you're doing, and you should have a stop, protective stop. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but whenever someone trades, whenever a human being trades, they should think about the trade, know what they're doing. All right. Wow, so JTO really did, we kind of looked at it and said maybe it did bottom at that middle point, right? That could have been its bottom, 144. Pumped all the way up and then pumped today to 214, 211, JTO. And this is going to play a significant role for the Solana ecosystem. Definitely something that's probably worthwhile to watch. Making the bowl like this, come back down. I'd still look for it to come back. But now it tells me it's kind of on its right side of accumulation, which is where I like to start to get in here. Once you kind of bottom, you can buy a little bit of the bottom, but I may be going to add to this coin. It's a project that I like. We traded it. We made gains off it already, so it's given me money enough to put back in, which I like, right? So JTO is interesting to me. The 4 hour suggests that you pull back a little bit. Bigger time frame just saying it's consolidating nicely. Like, I'm not giving you like exactly small time frame perfectionist like I usually do. But the overall idea is bullish for JTO. Didn't break out of that. Well, it did break out of that flag, but then got rejected, right? Oh, that's the two. Yeah, so funny. I think it's my marker, but it's actually the 200 SMA. So you're looking for JITO to flip the 200 on the 3-day. Once it does that, you got bullishness. So it could get rejected. Come on down, blah, blah, blah. Once it flips this 300 SMA, oh my gosh, it's going to head pretty fast to 297. I'll be watching this coin. This is something I definitely want to be swing trading and paying attention to through the next few days. JTO. All right. 46,150. Bitcoin holding. Bitcoin holding the Dodge. No. Bitcoin holding the legs. No. I don't. Bitcoin holding. Bitcoin holding the leg now. Bitcoin holding, but not amazing. Attempting to double bottom technically with a higher low, right? It's just like technically double bottom right here. But to me, it doesn't look amazing. I see resistance at 46,400 that we must break back above. All right, the last super chat I'm going to take a look at here that just came on in is ALPH. We did get XMR, but we're kind of running over time. I'll try to get to it. I don't want to ever leave somebody hanging. I don't like being left hanging. Who wants to be left hanging, right? So we talked about ALPH pumping and getting out of control because they talked about it on Token Metrics, and they went over it as a 100x coin back here, right? And it was a buck. Since then, it has ripped out of control, right? And I went over this to my trading group. If you're in my trading group, this was on the radar. I talked about it, right? So, and again, look at this too. Like, this is the 100x list I found. I have a few, and I don't rush. I have my own research as well, but this is the one that they put on. We were talking about this in 12.9, right? And then I even went over it on my weekly screen share a few different times. And we've drawn charts on it before as well, right? Alephium, ALPH, right? Continues to rip. Strong coin today. A bearish div starting to form though, right? Which would tell me to be careful. Can't really put it on more than like the 4 hour. Interesting. So here, I would draw this. And however strange it does look, there's a chance it could go parabolic. Let's take a look at our daily time frame. It's overbought. Really can't use that. Not enough information. So the 4 hour is really my go-to. Almost really the 1 hour on MEXC. This coin came out like 29. So we knew about it before. MEXC put it out at 91 cents. And then just even buying it on MEXC and this thing was gone. So watching that video on 100x coins, right, on Token Metrics, knowing MEXC, getting this coin at $1, you'd be, it's just, I'm not trying to say it's always that easy, but it has been pretty simple. You know what I mean? It's connect the dots recently, like to make money in cryptocurrency. Like it's everyone, again, there's still people that are going to do it and lose tons of money. Like it all depends on what you're doing, how prepared you are, how educated you are. It's about the education. But this thing looks like it's going to go parabolic, and it does not care really much about Bitcoin. However, it is a rising wedge. They could break down. It's high risk, but a lot of people wish they got in, and it continues to pump. So there's some FOMO for this. It has sentiment. That video got 100,000 views. We know Token Metrics get some love. So you'd like to keep this on the radar, right? And this is why we talked about it. We went over it and why we mentioned it and kept it around, all right? If you want to jump on in and get mastery, leverage mastery class, 2-hour video mastery, become a leverage master, that's inside of my trading group. It's unbelievable. $300 for serious traders to reach the next level. This is if you just full-blown want to trade leverage no matter what. You know what I mean? And you want to go hard. You want to trade Forex all day long. This is for you. Hit the QR code, hit the link, and get yourself the education you deserve to manage a lifestyle that you want to go after. Get the education you deserve. I'm telling you right now. I learned so much from this class, and you will learn so much too as well. You also get you get a downloaded class, and then you get 3 weekly Zoom mentoring sessions. And the teacher, Master Friend, is going to go over so many amazing concepts and ideas that it's going to blow your mind. In the trading group today, jump on in. It is an additional $300, but it's a one-time, and then you're in. And you don't have to worry about it again. It's pretty awesome. You do have to maintain your membership in the trading group, but I'm telling you right now, nobody offers anything even close to what we see here. It's pretty awesome. So, yeah. So I like ALPH. It looks interesting to me. Thank you for putting it on the radar for us on the live stream. We appreciate that. Definitely a coin that I've been watching and paying attention to. All right, and last but not least, we have XMR, right? Join us. We will make you free, right? 50K today or tomorrow morning. Hassan Haj. Bitcoin back to 46,300. That buy I bought into was nice. See? You got to buy the fear, man. You got to use the fear to your advantage. If you don't use the fear, you won't survive in this game. You know? Most of the time, it's the fear. Using the fear that they use against us in our favor. Look, there's the double bottom, kind of cup and handle attempting. Now, again, we still have to get above resistance or we're bear flagging. So it's not, we keep kind of going sideways, making chop, and we're really not doing much. It's not amazing. And I'm going to reassess this in a little while and go over it one more time. We'll look at MXR, MYRO, and then I'm out of here for the day. MYRO on MEXC. I'm telling you, MEXC is the best place to be if you're going to trade spot too as well. Maestro Sam and Maestro Master Friend, baby. If you like ALPH, STRD is good too. Is that standard? Yeah. So there's MYRO. And to me, MYRO's just making a long bowl. Like, not that exciting. Going to be around a long time. I see it making it to its all-time high in the next bull run. I really have nothing much to say about it. I like MYRO. It's one of my favorite coins, but it's MYRO. All right? So. Let's take a look at STRD on CoinEx. This thing has been ripping. So I feel like we missed the boat on this one. Daily's way too high. I always forget when this is doing that whack, like. Interesting. Huh. STRD. Yeah, so remember, 44,200 is a key area we don't want to break back below on the daily chart. As long as we keep that area, we're in pretty good shape. But look, we keep hitting this resistance and not getting back above it. That's a head and shoulder pattern right there. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, dumpage, right? So I would prepare to take that right shoulder to the downside if I was a Bitcoin trader today on the futures market. Send us further down to about 45,250. And I'm not trying to, I love Bitcoin. I'm just giving you the idea, all right? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video, all right? If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. We appreciate everybody that subscribes, everyone that jumps on in. Another milestone for the channel, the most people we ever had on the channel, almost at 2,000 people on the live stream. Thanks again, Sam, for all the great TA and the kindness. You're the man. Have a great day. Shout out to Dennis Kuva. Shout out to Brickman. Shout out to GF Burke, Rooster. Everybody, After Hours Investing, Teddy Bear, Jamie, Zeno, The Blue Crew, GF Burke, Master Friend, Pickle Rick, Armstrong, Catherine Brunetti, Reef, and every single one of you out here. Love learning. God bless you. Thank you for being with me. And everybody that came through on the live. We had 52,000 subscribers today. It was a milestone. 52,000. Shout out to everybody here for doing that. We appreciate you. Everyone, thank you so much for jumping on in. Thank you for kicking it with me every single day like you do. I'll be back tomorrow. And tonight is the weekly screen share. We're going to hang out another hour and a half together. So have no fear. We're going to break it down. We're going to see what happens. And you're going to get another private hour and a half with me if you're in the trading group. If you're not in the trading group and you feel FOMO right now, you can definitely join today and still make it to get into the weekly screen share. So hit cryptolifer.com. A lot of people say that once a week, the screen share is worth the $99 a month. I've heard it from like hundreds of people. So jump on in today and find out for yourself. What's the worst that could happen? You took a shot on your education. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. God bless the sponsors that help my channel grow. God bless everyone that sends super chats my way, the $113. Shout out to all the comments, my whole crew that helps me do this, the technology, the Google algorithm, my wife, my mother and father for everything they've given me. Today is a blessed day. I'm just so grateful for every single thing in which I've received. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And may you have a blessed day. Amen. No, I have pants on. I'm wearing pants right now. I am.